internet is going to work down here, so we're just gonna have to go with the flow. Hi everyone, how's it going? It is I, the real Randy Chavez. We gotta we gotta talk about stuff. I'll start off with actually what I titled this video as. It's just me trying to get in shape. This will be my 11th workout on my 6th day. And okay, well, why? Well, first off, this takes me back to a time when I was, all right, we're gonna get there we go. We're gonna get the thing up here. It takes me back to a time when it was like 2010. I was 1 year out of high school, and I was going with a friend to her family's house. Like her extended family, they were having dinner. She invited me, and it was a very educated family. This is a very, very smart family, and they weren't necessarily making fun of me. They kind of were. They were just saying like, "Hey, you're not in college. What the fudge is wrong with you? You're not going to be successful. You're not going to be anything in this world without college. Like what? Like you're not even going to Europe. You're not even going backpacking. You're not even doing anything. You're just." And granted, I was working 2 full-time jobs and supporting myself. Moved out on my own. Anyway, they were just like, "What are you gonna do with your life? Why aren't you doing this? Why are you doing this?" And I was very, very nice for most of the dinner, up until I just had it. So I was just like, "All right, yeah." So I don't know. She said something, and I was like, "Yeah." It's like, there's another reason why you're not going to college or whatever. And I just snapped. I was like, "Because I don't want that." And I pointed at her fat, shitty stomach, the same thing that I have right now. And I recognize that me being the way I am right now, and I get it, it's a little vain, a little judgy, but if my 19-year-old self, or any teenage part of myself, could see me right now, they'd be like, "Chavez, you're weak, your bloodline is weak, and you'll never survive the winter." I was like, you know what? You're right. Started to get in shape. So anyway, a little bit vain. There's also a scene and I have a lot to talk about regarding the Cookie Monster thing. We have to talk about that as well. And not all of it is good. I think it's great for Vivi. I think it's great for us. I think it's great for everyone that's a fan. But we got to talk about the people that are reacting and are quoting that tweet. Where am I here? Level 5. Okay. Go level 7. But first, I want to talk about, I should have probably found it before I got on this bike. It is Moira's speech to Stevie about being young. And I'll try to find... All right, pep talk, first time around. Here it is. No, it's basically what happens in the show. In Schitt's Creek, Moira finds out that there were nudes of her leaked online, and she's like, "Oh no, what is this?" And then she's disappointed to find out that her nudes were in fact not leaked online. And she's like, "Oh, I wish I had some of those pictures," in whatever fake accent that she puts on. So, eventually she talks to Stevie and she says, "Darling, right now you might say, 'Oh, I don't look good.'" And Stevie's about 30-something years old, by the way, in this show at this time. Maybe late 20s. And she might say like, "Oh, darling, you might look at yourself now and say, 'Oh, I'm too ugly and my face is too blah and my body's too blah.'" But then she says, "One day, you'll look back on yourself with much kinder eyes and say, 'Oh, how beautiful I was.'" And that is the goal. For me to get hot one last time. And then after getting hot one last time, taking a bunch of lewd photos of myself. Just to be, I could forever then get fat and not care because I once looked hot. Anyway, this Cookie Monster thing. I went live for an hour this morning. Voice kind of hurts from it. And it was great. The fact that they had gone on and gotten Variety and gotten Yahoo to go on and mention that Vivi had this amazing partnership. I was like, here we go. There's a little bit of marketing. We have a quote from Dan Chauvel. I'll give you the quote as soon as I can find it. "Going at level 7 while talking is not something I was intending to do. But here we are. Come on, where are you, Dan? Yeah, here we go. So Dan Chabel goes out and writes and says, as promised, I'm reporting on Vivi's marketing and promo efforts. Sesame Seed Drop is a great PR hit because Variety.com gets 28.5 million monthly readers, and it's highly respected. Again, highly respected. This piece is also syndicated or republished on Yahoo, which gets 180 million monthly readers. Variety is a respected news site in the entertainment industry, and the connection between Vivi and a popular IP like Sesame Street is very good for the company. Anytime Vivi gets press for one IP, it markets all of the IPs, because when you go to the Vivi app, you see all the other brands. You get coverage in a respectable pub like Variety. It opens the door to getting more coverage from them and others. And that's what I'd also like to point out. Take a look at the 327,000 views that Variety article got this morning. The comments are flooded with Vivi fam saying, yes, celebrate, let's heckin' go. But then you take a look at the quoted tweets, and here's where Chavez gets a little pissed off. The quoted tweets, I won't even go into what they look like right now on the profile pictures, but the substance of these quoted tweets are saying, my childhood is ruined. This is the worst day ever. Sesame Street is making NFTs and everything is worse now. And the like of that. How fragile is your goddamn lifestyle that a company, a random company in the world, that is used to go and educate kids, make kids feel good, a feel-good company is trying to make a little bit of money so that they can continue their efforts in doing so for 190 million children around the world, for 120 countries that they're based in. How dare they try to keep their operations ongoing? What the fudge are you guys doing that are complaining, saying, oh, this is the worst thing ever? Are you going to make up that $327,000 that this will gross on Vivi? You going to do that? I don't freaking think so. And then you take a look at the deeper into those comments after everyone requotes the tweet, and it's like this what did Fat Bastard say from Austin Powers? Like, it's a vicious cycle. It is a vicious cycle of people jerking each other off to make themselves feel good about themselves. Like, oh yeah, this is bad. I'm bad too. Look how woke I am. I heard that NFTs are bad for the environment. And to a couple of people's credit, yeah, not all NFTs are good. Some NFTs have a net negative impact on the environment. What is the actual negative net impact? Maybe this much. These people that are going and trying to live their lifestyle, whatever it may be, guarantee are doing more harm to the environment by traveling in cars, by flying on planes, doing whatever they do, than it is for this small amount of electricity to go through most NFTs. Again, that's most NFTs. Where on Vivi, courtesy of Immutable X, go and say, oh, hey, these are 99.9% carbon neutral NFTs. And then they go and say, well, actually, even buy carbon credits so that we have a net negative or a net positive impact on the environment. Net positive impact. The amount of negativity they have is zilch. Again, no negative is positive. So when you go on and you see these people say this, you know that they have not read the article. They have not read the Variety article stating this. They just go in their little circle to themselves so they could be woke and they can say, oh yeah, this is bad. Look how woke I am. And then, here's where it gets squirrely. You go into the profile pictures of all of these people. I did not see one person that happens to just look a little bit normal, look a little bit good looking. And I get it. I know what I look like, right? But you all pretty much see my Omi and bank accounts and stuff. I serve, damn it. Not that makes you a good or bad person. Anyway. Yeah, look at the quality of people that are saying the negative things without doing their research. And then look at the quality of people that are just saying, hey, I understand some things can be negative for the environment, and we should unite against those things that are detrimental to the environment, but this is not one of them. Can you explain to me why you don't like these NFTs? And it has to be a point that I cannot counteract myself. Zilch, quiet, nothing from these people. I have very little sympathy for these people. Like, you want to know why? A lot of my generation, like 1 in 3 males, 30 and under, are either virgins or have not had sex in the last year. Because of shit like this. Now, excuse my language. I'm sorry, YouTube. But this needs to be said. I can't see the comments from here, so I have to go on YouTube on my cell phone. And then I'm going to have to get the comments from there. God damn it, I'm out of shape. Alright. We're going to go to my channel. We're going to go to the live stream. Everyone smash that like button. Free way to help support the channel. Alright, we got Mindset saying, let's go, what up? Carlos Castro saying Bitcoin up right now. Yeah, Bitcoin's definitely up right now. We've had a good day. We've had a good 24.2. Not bad. I told you I took a little bit out of Anchor. It's at 3.4 cents. 34 cents would be great. Bumper at 5.9 cents. And let's see what Comey's at. Comey was at 0009. I think it went down. 0089, yeah, 0094. Actually down on the day. But again, that's just because we don't have any, it's just because we don't have exchanges, marketing, utility for the token. That will come later this year. Anyway. What says, are you getting in shape today to apply for Hunkamania? Well, I will let you know that 13 years ago, I tried out for Hunkamania 3 times. Got rejected 3 times. You're too scrawny. You're too ugly. You're too brown. I was like, all right, I get it. I'm not what you would consider an even average looking guy. So you know what? I understand. My dreams of performing at Hunkamania are gone. They're out the window. If I would have had a chance, it would have been 10 plus years ago. Not now at 32 when I'm losing my hair and I'm fat as crap. But maybe I want to get back into shape. I don't know. Anyway. Anonymous One saying, this dude's losing the plot. What's he doing? I told you guys, no, this is not something you might not want to watch. Send says, what is the pump it, man? Pump it. Oh, pump it. I'm sorry. Wes saying, Randy doing God's work. I'm trying, man. I'm trying. I just see these. And I knew a lot. So when I did work at a strip club, I obviously used to know a lot of female strippers. Some of them could not find sitters. Some of their kids were in the back with the rest of the girls. Fine. Fine. When kids were there, nothing inappropriate went on. Swear to God. And those kids, many of them boys, they grew up very feminine, but very straight. And guess what? They're fine. I'm friends with some of them. Feminine men are fine. Heck, I like Gilmore Girls. I like My Little Pony. I like cute little Nintendo stuff. I'm about as girly of a man as you could get. I used to paint my fingernails. I have long hair. But I will say this. Masculine when I need to be. What do you want? Like, if there's a fire in this house right now, and I have beams on me, and I have Alfred saying, what is the point of all those push-ups if you can't pull a silly beam off yourself? Who do I want coming in? Do I want an effeminate male that has his nails done and can't deadlift 100 pounds? Or do I want a masculine firefighter man to sweep me off my feet and say, it's all right, Chavez, I gotcha. I'll be like, oh, thank you, sir. And I'll put my head on his bosom. That's what I want. What you want in times of chaos and uncertainty is masculine men to go and lead the way. Say, no, I got this. And I see a lot of people in this world, not just men, but men, women that say like, oh no, toxic masculinity, toxic this, toxic that, like, but to heck with the patriarchy. Where do you think all of your well-earned comforts come from? They come from masculine men. And I don't mean men like me that like, yeah, I served X amount of years ago and I can still have a pretty good, I mean men that like men. I mean men that can build stuff. I mean men that are out in those weather conditions when your electricity's out and they're on their power lines working their ass off. I mean those type of men. I mean men that are firefighters that will willingly go into a burning building and save people. Old people, women, kids, all those heroes. That's what I mean by men. And a consequence of having men build all these buildings and fight in these wars is we get to enjoy the comforts, spoils of those wars, of what is a patriarchal society. Like, you cannot enjoy something. Something cannot be good if it's tyrannical. This is BS. So, yeah, find me young, masculine men. When I'm rich, I will pay for them to do whatever it is they want to do. Oh, you want to be a volunteer firefighter so you can get ready for firefighters test, but you can't afford to do that because you have a job to take care of your sister, because your dad's a drunk, because your mom's a trucker, whatever. I will help pay to do that. You quote me on this, you clip this, I will do that when Omi goes up. All right, more comments. Sven Don Jin said, I will do the dishes while Randy pumps it. Pump it up, Sven. Pump it up. Sven Don Jin said, heck yeah, girl. Girl. Tell me something, girl. Another feminine thing about me, I love Lady Gaga. I don't have 1 ounce of shame in admitting that. But I will also not pretend to be like, oh yeah, I don't need these masculine men. It's like, no, we need all of those masculine men. Every single goddamn one of them. Every one of those monsters. When you become a man that's stoic and heroic, they don't hurt people unnecessarily. They protect people. They'll hurt people when it's needed, when there's enemies at the gate. But no, police officer, for soldiers, you need men. And maybe I can pretend to be one of those men again one day. But right now, we're just on this bike. Anyway, I got a text message. Oh God. Refuse, okay, I gotta get to that later. News now, oh, Louis Francis, preach, girl. News number 1 says, hell yeah, Rambo Randy, get it, brother. Doing my best. We got Malith Samara Devakara saying, do it all for the haters. Do it for the naysayers. Do it for the people that say you can't. Let's make it go. I love this game. I love it when it hurts. Was that Rihanna or Ciara? It's like, I like the way it hurts. I think that was Rihanna. Louis Francis says, get it. Get that right. How did I used to train for fights back in the day? I used to try to follow the Mike Tyson rule where no one wants to get up at 4 a.m. and go running. Nobody wants to do that. But you know that the other person is most likely not doing it. Do the machines at the gym that nobody's on because it's uncomfortable. And because nobody's doing it, you're going to have the edge. You're going to have that edge. It's well, again, what did Rocky say? Not about how hard you can hit, how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward. How much you can take and keep moving forward. That's how winning is done. I'm going to break this bike. I'm so sorry, Nick. I'll buy a new one. But it's not just about punch until you can't punch no more. It is about grace. Boxing is a barbaric yet graceful sport. The bob and weave, not getting hit, like being a photographer, finding that perfect time to punch, oh, chin, oh. That's where a lot of the power comes from. I never get scared of a dude with big biceps. Never get scared of this dude that looks like he can't wipe his own butt. Why? Because it'll take him 6 years to go from here to here. Where a lot of women are natural punchers. They work with their legs and their hips. It goes from your hip to your shoulder, to your fist, to the opponent's face. And that's how it's done. How long have I been on this? 19 minutes, okay. Not bad. What do y'all want to talk about next? Next. Louis Francis, create your value. San says, let's freaking go. Wes says, Chavez is motivating me. It's how you gotta be. Like Ronda Rousey said, she's a worker. She ain't no do-nothing bitch. She goes out And she gets it. She earns it. You gotta earn that meal. Earn those calories. The bread that I'm gonna eat with my protein shake after this is gonna feel so much better. It's gonna be so much more warranted now that I've earned it. At least a little bit of it anyway. Whew. I see the comments. Oh, you're right there. Yeah. Pavle Vlastimirovich saying, let's go. Sven Downjin says, Kobe Kalexi, let's go, Randy. Stop in to hit the like button. You hit that like button. You smash it. Louis Francis says, how often do they burn the items that are left in the store on BB? They don't really tell us. Sometimes they do. Sometimes they don't. Sometimes we gotta make it a good old-fashioned whodunit and figure it out. And I love those. Love those times. All right, guys, I'm not gonna go past like 25 minutes. I'm going to let me die. But you know what? It's a good death. Why did Apollo die in the ring? Why did Rocky not throw in the towel? Because there's a warrior's agreement that understands that you would rather die in the ring as a warrior than getting taken out by a towel and be a bitch. Excuse my language. Yeah. In basic training, my TI, my training instructor, Sergeant Darrell Lyles, he's been on the podcast before. If it were just a random boxing match, I'm pretty sure I could have won that. I probably would have. But it wasn't just a boxing match out in the military. Unlike the second or third day, where he says, yeah, some of you are coming from farmland, some of you come from suburbs, some of you are actually tough. You're from the city, you're from the projects, you've been shot at before. Well, guess what? What did you do when you were shot at? Because the last time I was shot at, I got my gun and I did what needed to be done. I got my weapon, looked at my battle buddy right next to me, and did what needed to be done. And from that second on, I never questioned a thing that man asked me to do. I was like, oh, this dude wasn't just playing war vet. This dude wasn't just in finance. This dude wasn't just in a random job where you never see the flight line, where you never see action. He wasn't a nonner. He was a goddamn hero. He was a goddamn war vet. And it's like, my balls grew. I was like, sir, yes, sir. Freddie Chavez, reports as goddamn ordered. Whatever the hell you tell me to do, sir. And that's how I live my life. Meal to meal. Sunday to Sunday. Because on Sundays, again, Chair Force, they gave us grilled cheese. On Sundays, life was good. They didn't scream at us 12 hours a day. Screamed at us 8 hours a day. Because the TIs wanted to go home and be with their families and drink, which is understandable. And I feel like back in the day, if you weren't cut out for the military, they broke you. I feel like nowadays it's like, okay, not worth it, and they send you home. And I feel like a boomer saying this. Back in my day, they made you conform to the standards. Anyway, getting back to some more comments over here. We got Theo Butler said, let's go, champ. Billy Fred says, you've got to go past 25 minutes. You've got to. Fine. Fine. I'll go past 25 just for you. Just for you. Then Don says, we need to do a workout with Chavez. That's what this is. You work out with Chavez. What did we used to do when we were on 12-hour shifts? Every hour on the hour, we would do 100 sit-ups. And for the first couple hours, it wasn't so bad. Well, you get to shower, you get to hour 7, you get to shower 8, and those 100 sit-ups start becoming harder and harder to do. And sometimes we're out on missions, sometimes we don't get to do them. Well, you make them up, and guess what? All had abs. Guess what? All passed PT tests. Guess what? We all made our commanders proud, because we were fit to fight. What are people doing when they're just sitting around watching TV? They've been doing sit-ups, in commercials. They've been doing push-ups on parts they've seen before during 2-minute timeouts. Flags like that. The fudge was that. Oh, calorie record, good. Burned my record amount of calories. Sven Dodgen says, let's go, my hero. Real J Fox says, keep it up. Thanks, Real J Fox. This is a man's time here. It's a man's workout, brother. Ryan Lambie said, there you go, Randy. Putting in the work. It's time to get lean. Lean, mean machine. I can't wait. Oh, I can't wait to show you guys hitting the bag. Break ribs. Shatter bones. Chai Tiger says, run 5K daily on those Long Island beaches. Maybe I will, Chai Tonka. Maybe I will. I'll keep you posted. All I know is beating my calorie record on this thing, but it's only been 180 calories that's been burned. And I've only gone on for 26 minutes, which is longer than I said I would. Should I go for 27 and 185 calories burned? How strong are your legs? Do this with me? I'm sure you could. I've only gone about 7 miles. Only on 7 incline. I'm sure you guys could beat me. But like Rocky 3, or in those sprints, he kept losing to Apollo Creed. By the end of that training montage, he did it. He won. It was probably the most gayest Rocky scene ever. Where he's just splashing on the beach with another man half naked. That's fine. Because they were men. Masculine men. And that's what we aim to be. How can you expect to protect the things that you love if you're not masculine? If you can't throw a punch, if you can't take a punch, you're gonna take a punch and fall down like a bitch. What's the point of being a man? What's the point of being a warrior? You've got to want to go. You can't just take it. You got to dish it out. And if they hurt you, hurt them back. Hurt them back. And you push. And next time you're with me on this bike, on a treadmill, hitting that bag, I want you to promise me something. I want you to give me your best. Not just try. It's like Yoda. Do or do not. There is no try. You give me your best. Your very best. Your very best. Come on. 30 seconds left. That's what I want from you. 30 more measly seconds in your goddamn pathetic life. And then maybe life will be worth something that's worth living. 15 seconds. Let's go. Let's get this bread. And together we can say that we love this game and that we can make Dashi proud. And we could be somebody that our friends and our wives and our kids can look up to. And that's it. Yeah. I'm not gonna lie, it was pretty fun. I'll get to those comments in a second. Whew. You're right there. Whew. All right, let's see what those comments are. Go for 32 late. Matt G, what up? It's good. What hour? 1 hour. Yo, I'm saying I need to eat. Never did my dishes so aggressively. I was in my basement. Oh, my nuts. All right, I'm gonna bounce. I'm the real Randy Chavez. I love you all. Thank you for listening to my rambling. Get that bread. I love you all. Class dismissed. Bye, meow. Meow, meow, meow.